Hi, how are you? Thank you for watching. And wherever you're watching from, whether you watch it from Facebook or you watch it from the YouTube or whichever channel you will use, welcome and just listen in. And shall we pray? Father, at this time, we are looking to you and trusting you to give us peace, the peace that transcends human understanding. So God, teach us because we need to learn and hear from you. Amen. So today we're gonna talk about something which, well, probably should surface or will surface as by the time you take time to watch this video, and I hope it will be a blessing to you. And we're gonna talk about God's gift of peace. The truth about peace is that God does not take it away. It's always with us because He has promised that we should have peace. He has assured that it will always be there. In the book of John 14:27, the word of God says, "Peace I leave with you, my perfect peace I give to you, not as the world gives to you." No, not as the world gives, do I give to you. Do not let your heart be troubled, nor let it be afraid. Let my perfect peace calm you in every circumstance and give you courage and strength for every challenge. Now, God's gifts are permanent. You know that? They are always permanent. He does not give and take away. There are so many gifts that people give and they recall them depending on how you behave. You know, your husband may give you a car and then later on you divorce and he says, "Oh, bring it back," or may give you a phone and then at some point because he's thinking you're lying and he takes it away. But God's gifts are permanent. Now, even the peace of mind is not assured when it comes to humanity. You know, sometimes you may have your peace of mind and then somebody just comes and takes it away with their, whatever. They annoy you, they will deny you something that probably you should have. So it's not permanent. They can decide to steal it away from you or me, anything, as they wish. Now, in the recent past, I'll tell you a story about me and about my peace. In the recent past, there have been troubled, really have gone through troubling moments in my recent past, and more so this has been driven by my work. And since January this year, 2020, and it's funny that this is the year that the Lord promised me that I shall overcome. But funny enough, every time I'm wondering, the last year was very smooth, but the turmoils of this year have been tremendously annoying. So we have had immense pressure at work. There has been outside pressure and internal pressure. Now it means from outside the company and inside the company. And I recall there are moments when I would toss and even cry and when I look at the situation around my work, and I have wondered where God was, in all these times. Do not be surprised, but allow me to pick my laptop because that's where I'm referring my notes from. So during this time, I would toss and even cry, and I would wonder, oh my goodness, what is going on? And when I looked at the situation around my work and schedules, it has not only been stressing to me, but also to the people around me. And my children have felt the grip and the pain of this firsthand. They have actually really felt it. A few days ago, I saw myself sinking. Yeah, truly, I saw myself sinking because there was nothing to look out to. I came home And after greeting my children, I just went to my room without any further engagements. I'm the kind of a mother that engages her children to check on how they spend their day, or be it at home or at school. I am that kind of a parent. And this particular day, I was completely livid. And the cause of my emotions, of my anger, was stirred up by the outside pressure at my workplace. I felt like everything I had invested in the previous few years was coming down to a full crash, to a full halt. My brain was at the verge of shutdown. Getting into my room after putting my bags and lighting up the place, I went to the prayer corner. I have a prayer corner. It's actually right at the far end. And so now, I'm in my room. Yeah. And I knelt there, rambling a few words as I tried to pray. And there was nothing. I just couldn't. I was right. My peace was gone. It was done. I tried connecting with God and the signals were gone. And it felt really scary. At that point, I sat down on the floor and burst out in tears of anguish. I was done. Sobs, pain, anger, hopelessness, loneliness, betrayal, failure was all I could identify myself with. I later managed, and of course, since it was night, I was to get to sleep anyway. Hours later, I made it to sleep after tossing and panicking the whole time. I did wonder if there was any chance whatsoever of me getting through the anxiety and uncertainty. This was clearly impossible. With my own eyes and mind, it was impossible. Through my eyes, there was no way. But remember, I'm a prayerful woman, and I'm a preacher of the gospel. So there was a way with God, but my situation had gotten to a stop. He was working it out for me in the background, and indeed, as the word says in the book of Psalms 127, 2b, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. So he sure did. And, I made it through the night. Now, the following day was amazing. I woke up, and a flood of peace overwhelmed me. And that song playing right there, is what came into my mind. Peace be still. It couldn't get away from my mind. Well, I love music, and this is not among the common songs that I sing. I don't even remember the last time. I think I sang this song last year, and so I knew that God had done it. That part that says, "They all shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace be still, peace be still," was going on and on through my mind, and I sang it over and over again. This was indeed the moment of peace that God had defined. I was sure he did it. God gave me this peace. Now, I had a choice to ignore this gift and continue staring through the thoughts of hopelessness that has been in the previous, or I had to make sure that I leave this moment and embrace this gift. You see, when we receive gifts, we have to make sure we take them within the worth given to us. We have to refuse to think of the lack of the other things that may not been given and embrace that which supplied at the moment. You see, at that moment, I didn't receive what I wanted because I wasn't looking for peace. I was looking for solutions out there, but I received peace because I really needed it, and God knew I needed the peace. That's what God did for me. I stopped worrying and fearing. I knew the Lord had worked it out for me. Now, the evil one, who is the enemy, never wants us to have peace. And that's why he shows us the impossibilities. The enemy every day will show you impossibilities. And while we dwell on those impossibilities, we are peace deprived. We have to decide to deny him this which he fights to acquire from us. It cannot happen. God gives us, and God has given us the peace. What is given is ours, and thus we must own. Peace has been given to us, so we must own. We keep it and guard it. Worry and fears steals the peace. When you're worried right now, the peace is getting away. God does not give fear. He has given peace. His word says he does not has given us the spirit of, but is given us the peace. He has given us the gift of power, love, and a sound mind. He's given us peace, power, sound mind. We have to live knowing that we own it. This is the power of ownership. Now, when David was to fight the Philistines, he was to be adorned with the best armor of the soldier, as per the king's warriors were supposed to. However, since he knew the power of him who had empowered him, he needed not worry about those things. He came by the power of the Almighty. He conquered. He knew his position and his gifts and authority. Today, you may be anxious. You may be afraid. You may be worried. The current state of events may not be defining the kind of story I'm trying to give you. There is absolutely no way to be at peace. Maybe your boyfriend left you. Maybe you're jobless. Maybe you have financial challenges. Maybe you're sick, or maybe you're worried about Corona, still going back to the same thing. Maybe a divorce is looming. Maybe you're a single parent and parenting is very difficult. Maybe your education is difficult. Maybe you're orphaned. Maybe you're widowed. Maybe you're a widower. Maybe you are going through a difficult marriage. All these things have been deprived from us. And we don't have them, and so we have every reason to be worried. But remember, whatever God takes away, he gives back too. He takes away a husband, he will give back something else. And most of all, he will give you peace. He gives back as he pleases, and it can be even up to 1,000 or 1,000,000 folds as he wishes. And remember, there is a man in the Bible who knows this story too well. His name is Job. Now, Psalms 56:3 says, "When I am afraid, I will put my faith and trust in you." And also I recall the book of Isaiah 41:10 says, "Do not fear anything, for I am with you." That's a promise. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Be assured, I will help you. I will certainly take hold of you with my righteous right hand, the right hand, a hand of justice, a hand of power, a hand of victory, and a hand of victory, and a hand of salvation. Take time to do the things that will take your mind from your current fears. Something you like. See, there are current fears hovering around. I mean, the society is speaking doom. But I have decided to take time to do the things that will take me away from it. I love this. I love speaking and encouraging and motivating somebody. Take time to do those things. The peace of God will flow. Meditate on the hope and the past victories that God has shown and taken you through. If we all were truthful and genuinely look back, not long ago, maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you will see things that God has done for you. You will see maybe you got a child, maybe you were barren. Maybe you got a phone, you didn't have a phone. Whether it's the kind of phone you wanted, you got it. Maybe you got a car, maybe you got a home, maybe and maybe it's just life. There is something to meditate on. Positive. That will bring back the peace. So meditate on those things. Review the blessings that you have even now. You can sit and watch this video. That's a blessing. See how many times God has rescued us and given us victory. If we ride on that, then we shall prevail in enjoying the perfect gift of peace from God. Peace be still. They all shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace, peace, be still. Master, the terror is over, the elements sweetly rest. Our sun in the calm lake is mirrored, and heaven's within my breast. Linger, O blessed Redeemer, leave me alone no more. And with joy I shall may the blessed have and rest on the merciful shore. Winds and the waves shall obey the will. Peace, be still. Whether the wrath of the storm tossed say, or demons or men or whatever it be, no waters can swallow the ship where lies the master of ocean and other skies. Obey thy will, peace be still, peace be still. They all shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace, peace be still. They all shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace be still. Amen.